Does having a threesome strengthen your relationship? And does having more money in your relationship make you have the power? We're going to talk about that here on the series final recap of the Carmichael Show. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Well, the time. I ain't saying she a gold digger. Hey, this is to be the jam.
Personally, I want to start with some freaky, but this is more appropriate for because it's the final episode.
Right.
Hey guys, I am Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones, Twitter and Instagram, and Love Shea Butter on Snapchat.
And I am Shannon Clark. You guys can find me on all things social media at I am Shannon Clark.
So we had 2 episodes, so we're gonna start with the first one.
Let's do it.
So Gerard and Maxine are celebrating their 3-year anniversary.
Yes.
And I find that awesome. Like 3 years.
I do.
They're still engaged. They're trying to decide if they're gonna have a wedding, maybe not have a wedding, and
right.
They're talking to this new person we've never met.
Right in the bar, which is like super casual.
And, she goes to get them drinks. It's
yes.
your anniversary. I got you.
It seems normal.
It seems very normal until Gerard, says she wants to have sex with us.
Right. Because Gerard just thinks that everybody who's nice to him just wants to have sex with him.
True.
That's what he said. I mean, I equally think that everybody... No, I'm just fine. But
I do not think that at all.
I don't think that because I am very nice. And I have a tendency of being nice to everyone I meet, and I absolutely do not want to have sex with everybody. So
I am the same way. I do not particularly.
Gerard is just vain and just full of himself and seems to think that. But in this case, he was right.
He was right.
She did want to have sex with them.
But I like, Maxine. She's like, I like being that couple that a person wants to have sex with.
Right.
And like even the name she names, even though she gave Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. And Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. Personally, right. if we're doing back in the day, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Michael Douglas, back in the day, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, sign me up.
That'll work.
What a pin's at?
Way back, farther back in the day. But it would
Death Becomes Her, Goldie Hawn.
It would work. You know what I mean? Like that cool, fun. Like if you don't even want to sleep with them, like you just want to hang out with them couple. You know what I mean? So it is cool being that it couple. Nowadays it might be Tiana Taylor and Schumpert or
Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Yeah, Will and Jada, you know what I mean? Like nowadays is that, but I see where she was coming from.
And it was super like Gerard's like, me and my girlfriend, me and my fiance think you have beautiful eyes too. And it was like a flip a switch and like I'm not gonna kiss you and I'm gonna kiss you.
Right.
But okay, this is my thing. I have an issue with it, but it's fine, kiss me, go ahead. But ask permission before you kiss my man.
Yeah.
In that sense, because
who did she kiss first?
She kissed Maxine.
She kissed. Okay, that's okay.
That's okay because obviously girl on girl action. Dude's fine with that. But if you go to my man without saying something to me first about it, I might have an issue with that.
I think that
I'm that possessive person.
Like, I agree, but I do think that notice she did that after Gerard had opened the door already.
Yeah, no,
he kind of had the door open already, and he knew, so she's like,
no, she's not wrong.
Right.
But what I'm saying, if you're going to kiss my man, talk to me first.
Well, you might not be the type that need to have a threesome then.
I seriously, I want to have a threesome, but like my thing about the threesome is like I need to be okay with it. Like I need to like see how I'm vibing with you.
Obviously,
it's like a thing. Like I need to like know how we vibe before I let you. I don't know if I want you to put your mouth on my man.
I don't know if I want you to put your mouth on me. Like I don't know you. I probably would have like curved her and did one of those numbers. You know what I mean? But it worked. They took her home to watch Westworld. Which is so funny.
Somebody's like, I'm gonna take you home and watch like Veronica Mars or some shit.
Right, like what would I take somebody home to watch? Oh, like for sure, Family Guy. Like you want to go back and watch Family Guy?
Oh my god, I don't even look like they're crazy.
I mean, we ain't watching Family Guy anyway, but
I know, but for the longest time, I didn't know what Netflix and chill meant. So like, I was like, oh, we're Netflix and chill. I'm like, okay.
So you was like really trying to chill.
I was like, we're gonna watch Netflix and we're gonna watch a movie. Yes.
Meanwhile,
I am so excited.
midway through the movie, he's so irritated with you. He like, this chick.
No, the first, like, I think you can constitute this as, like, Netflix and chill was, like, the guy I was dating before. Like, he kept bugging me over his house, so I finally did. And we were starting watching White Chicks. And, like,
Good movie.
5 minutes
Great
of the movie,
movie.
he's all over me. And I'm just like, I thought we were going to watch a movie. Like,
Oh my gosh,
I'm
Chae.
like,
You're one of those girls who actually wants to watch the movie.
I
It's
do.
okay. It's okay.
I am a rarity. I am a unicorn.
I like
okay?
movies too. I usually go to the movies to watch the movie.
Like, people don't have sex
Nah,
in the movies.
I'm
That's
just-
not even like a,
No,
wait
I'm
a
just
second.
like-
Like, they
No,
people still have
so-
sex in the movies. It's not like a...
So that we're clear, Netflix and chill really don't mean.
It does not mean that. I did
Netflix
not know
and
that.
chill.
However, I had to be explained and had to be told. But I have two questions because I wrote it down while we were watching.
Go
I found
for
it really
it.
interesting.
Go for it.
Would you have a threesome? And if the threesome occurs, what are the rules for a threesome?
Ooh, let me see. Would I have a threesome? Yes. Would I have a threesome with someone that one of the parties is someone that I'm actually like in a serious relationship with? I don't know 100%. I'm not going to say no all the way. Reason being is because we kind of, and I wrote some notes down on this too. You see, like when she gets back to the house, she's might be a little crazy. Like she looks like she wants to hang around. Like, what do you do when you open up Pandora's box and then you and your partner have slept with this psychomaniac, fatal attraction, and now it's like hell for y'all to get rid of her or him. You know what I mean? So that part of threesomes and emotions and relationships, that scares me. Would I have a threesome with like two random, like bomb situations?
Situations.
Yes,
The word.
absolutely I would. But with somebody like I love and care about, I don't know.
I would like to have a threesome. I think if it is with somebody I love, that's something we really would have to talk about and definitely have our own rules.
Right.
And go into it and like explain that to that person what
Right.
our rules are. Like if it's like another female joining us, you can't kiss him. I'm fine with you kissing me.
Okay.
I'm happy with it. I don't want your lips on him, like
Right.
on his mouth.
Yeah, this is stuff that needs to be discussed. Like, so are we doing this just one time? Is it?
Yeah.
Are we continuing it? I know for me, like relationship wise, if one of the parties is the person I'm in a relationship with, obviously, like the number one rule is like you can't backdoor me. Like y'all can't just do it behind my back together.
Yeah.
Like that happens.
Like if we do this once, it's once, and like we're not gonna see this person
Right.
ever again.
Right. It gets tricky. Which is probably, and it gets real messy, which is probably why I would side against it. And like if I'm in a relationship.
And then Gerard's parents.
Yes. They just so happen.
Bobby discovers the case. He figures it out and tells everybody that they had a threesome. And everybody's coming so hard on Maxine, which is
Right.
another double standard.
Very much so.
And it's like I wrote down an old generation version of a woman who has a threesome, now she's a lesbian.
Right.
Which is not the case.
At all. It's so crazy, but equally it is a double standard with women having sex with women, because she could be experimenting and bisexual, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if a dude has sex with a dude, I think that some may argue that he's not like just experimenting. He's like probably actually gay.
And some dudes can be just being a threesome and not even touch each other.
This is
And-
true.
Yeah.
Cause so that is very old school. Like, she's like, you. Cynthia's like, you lesbian, and I'm like, why are they calling this girl a lesbian?
Right?
Like,
She's the furthest thing from one.
she's not. But yeah, it's super old school. Super old school, and the double standard. You're totally right with her being a whore now. You know what I mean?
And I rooted for Maxine for this part of the episode because I'm just like, you did not defend me. And
Yeah.
more than anything else, I'd be pissed about that. I'm like, you're letting, like, they might not say they don't have to say exact words. We're both grown. We both understand what they're talking about.
Right.
You let them call me a whore.
Right.
And
But
you're not gonna stand up for me.
this is, as we've witnessed over the years, in the summing it all up, this is kind of typical Gerard.
It is.
And I think that she finally stood up for herself and she finally addressed it. And this is the way, like, this is your family, but I'm your woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she told him, like, get the hell out of my house. Like, basically, she kicked him out. And then, like, that was funny because Joe was like, well, can she do that?
Right?
Yeah,
I
she
live here.
can.
My name's on lease. I live
Yeah,
here too.
get out.
I pay rent. Yes, get out.
Yeah.
Because I can't, like, if that was me, Maxine, I can't listen to you anymore right now, too. And I need to talk to him. I need to be where nobody's around. It's just me and him. Let him know what he did wrong. Like, if you're a bad boyfriend, that's cool. You can, at least you know what you're bad at.
Right.
And you just admit to me you're scared for it.
Right.
We can work on these things.
Right.
Which I loved and I so love about the relationship.
Yes.
Like, it's such a give and take and a work through.
Well, because that's life, and that's like real life and real relationships, because you're not going to get 100% of the things that you want out of your mate. You know what I mean?
You won't.
You know, it goes back to the whole 80-20 rule, obviously. You know what I mean? You're going to get 80% and you're going to be missing some 20%. Like, are you willing to work through that?
20%.
Talk through that. And, you know, and I think this is why they've lasted 3 years and would have lasted 3 more years if NBC.
But they got married, so
They did get married. This is what I've been waiting on since last season.
So they got married. They went down to the courthouse. I'm gonna talk about like that thing later because we have to get in the second episode. Guys, sorry, we're rushing through because we're gonna have to. So Gold Digger, Bobby is dating. I wrote Cougar. Cynthia
She a little bit
Joe
old.
called her a senior citizen.
She a little bit older than the Cougar.
She looks amazing though for her age. That's
looks
also
amazing.
why. That's why I also said Cougar. I'm like, you look amazing.
She
You're not a
looks-
MILF, but you.
No,
like,
no.
You're not maybe you're a Puma. I'm gonna call you a Puma.
The cheetah.
A Puma. That's like the older you're a Puma.
She's something.
She's something.
She's something. Yeah, no. Yeah, and then so Bobby's dating this older chick who just so happens to be filthy rich.
So
like a
she
tycoon.
runs a hedge fund. Yeah,
Right.
she got money on money.
Hella money.
And you know, we find out and then Gerard finally buys her a wedding ring. So now she has something to show. Yeah, I'm married, I'm taken, you can't come for me no more. I'm good. It's a ruby. Rubies are definitely more expensive than diamonds, so most people don't know that. Their arguments about Africa are hilarious.
Hilarious.
Just hilarious. Like, I mean, that's just a sacrifice. You want them to die in vain? You want them dying to be a waste?
It's like typical American comments, you know what I mean? Like privilege.
It's a true ghetto comment. I'm not
It's well, I mean, it can be ghetto, but then there's plenty of Americans who aren't ghetto who feel that way because they just don't have to deal with it.
And that's like also
you
a
know,
different thing. Like,
we're
you don't have
so
to deal with
removed.
it.
We're so removed from things, and then it's just not our problem. In actuality, it is our problem, but we're just so removed. It's like, you know, that's Africa. They just gonna die in vain, like over blood diamonds. But I'm glad that Gerard finally bought her a ring. I could care less if it was a mood ring, like Joe called it, a ruby or a diamond.
I want color in my ring whenever the guy decides to propose to me. I want pink and blue. I want color. I want you to understand I'm not a simple person. I love color, so
Right.
I would want to rock that in my
Right.
ring. You should understand that about me too. I feel like if you're gonna give somebody, also know
Right.
you're a girl.
Absolutely.
Some
I
girls
think
like
that's
simple.
why it works. That's why she loved her ruby ring.
She
so
loved it, and that's
all
true
that matters.
for you.
That's all that matters.
If you're gonna be the one wearing it,
right. You know, but Cynthia Joe, very old school.
very
You know
old school. Oh my
that
gosh. I wrote it down. I want it pale, bald, or dumb. I ain't saying nothing about Dusty. I was like,
listen.
she went.
If
She
you're
went
dating,
hardcore. I'm not gonna trip.
I knew it was gonna be a problem when Bobby's girlfriend was older than Cynthia.
Oh, she older than Cynthia.
First of all, mothers are so protective of their sons, and for their son to bring home a woman that is older than she is, oh, it's gonna be a problem. It's like how Stella got her groove back all over again. Like, it's gonna be a problem. You know, she's like, what did she say? Ma'am, nice to meet you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm like,
Thank
oh
you,
my
ma'am.
God, this is going nowhere fast.
And then, you know, Gerard makes the comment, the person who makes the more money has the power in the relationship.
Right.
That, for me, that's true and not true for 2 reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I also know your wife is the head. You head the household, but she heads you. So we understand. If you don't have a happy wife, you will not
Have a happy life. Yeah.
That is just a true statement. So in the sense of power wise, no matter if you make more money, you don't make money, she still wins.
Right.
So, but I get what he's saying. But it's like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Their finances are on point with each other, but they're equal at the same time.
Well, they're equal
people.
because they're equally filthy rich. So I don't think they really fit in that scenario. But in the sense of someone dating, another person or being married to another person who makes
Has
less or more money than them. I think it's a people thing. You know what I mean? Because is the person with the more money, do they have that higher mentality? You know, do they throw it around? Do they let it be known? I mean, sometimes you can really look from the outside in on relationships and you never know. I mean, there's a lot of women in America making more money than their boyfriends and husbands, but are still submissive enough and, you know, woman enough to take that back seat or that passenger passenger seat and let you run the show. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but then you also may have like
powerful women,
you know, powerful women who are, you know, egotistical and power driven, you know, and they're gonna throw that in your face. So it's a people thing for me. I don't think who has the money has the power. Honestly.
I agree with that.
I think it's a people thing.
It's a person. It's a who you are thing.
Yes.
And then, you know, Maxine lets out, I will have a 1.5 million trust. Gerard loses his damn mind.
His whole mind.
What money did you get a 30,000
acting like
a gold chain? You can get. Yeah, I understand. We're black. Obviously, we grew up poor. We get it, but like that should also teach you how to take care of the money you do have.
Yeah, it sounds good, but it's not that way. Because that's the whole cliche, acting like a nigga who ain't never had anything. Because when you grow up in poverty, and it's such a backwards, warped, you know, mindset. Yeah. But when you grow up in poverty and you absolutely have nothing, when you get money and you make it in entertainment or you make it in music or an athlete, your first thing is like, I wonder if I should invest in stocks or, you know, go to Wall Street or, you know what I mean? No, I'm buying this car and I'm buying jewelry. I'm buying gold, you know, golds and, you know, but it's a growing thing. You know what I mean? I think he eventually figured it out through
Bobby, because Bobby has the most integrity of this entire family. He chose Nikisha over money. And
yes,
I'm sorry, that's what I love. This is not even the final episode, but they did me so proud.
Yeah,
they truly just show like Bobby's growth from like
full circle for
Bobby. Like,
yes,
Gerard, you've been like the youngest, but you're also the oldest at the same time. And but now your older brother is actually teaching you something.
Finally,
something.
And then he realized, he's like, Bobby, you have integrity, which I think these are things about Bobby that we always knew.
Yeah.
Which is why he's such a beloved character. We always knew he was sweet. Just a little Bobby.
Sweet, but marbles ain't all stacked on top. But
right.
It's cool.
It's cool. You know, so, yeah, Bobby was actually right in both episodes tonight. Like, in everything, he was right. He put the whole threesome thing together.
No, but not at the end. Wait. Like, I'm thinking about you having sex. That's not right. I'm sorry. I have to add that.
Well, he still got to be Bobby. I mean, I don't know. What, he's thinking about his brother having sex?
Yeah, having nothing.
I think he's just a dude, and he's still Bobby, and he's like, dang, I'm just so fascinated that my little brother is like out here having threesomes, and I'm thinking about it.
But I give props to Gerard for being man enough to be like, look, we need to do a postnuptial. You need to keep that money away from me.
Knowing his limits.
Yeah, like he knows his limits. That's an amazing thing to see from a man. I'm sorry,
right.
that's attractive as hell.
Right. I probably wouldn't have.
Well, we know what you would not have done.
The problem is that, like, God forbid, what if something happens to Maxine? Like, so then just nobody gets a part of your trust? Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
they can put that in. That can be a stipulation.
This is true.
They can also be a stipulation.
Yeah, I think it's smart. In their situation, seeing is how Gerard acted for, like,
the entire episode. Giant ass Prince
like
statue.
A real a-hole. And
I would say real nigga, but okay.
That too. But I think it was best.
Yeah, it was
that they did
best.
The postnuptial.
Sorry, guys. This will be our last Carmichael Show after show.
Yes.
Thank you to Luop, Tanisha, Cheryl Johnson for joining us in the chat. We guys know you'll miss it. We'll miss it. If you have
Did
not
you say
noticed,
Cheryl Johnson?
Yeah.
It's my mommy. Hey, Mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you guys can't leave.
Yeah,
Don't go. Also show best wishes to you all. If you have not noticed, I am wearing a Marlon shirt.
Marlon
guys, if you're really gonna feel the Carmichael Show blues after this week, you're gonna want to tune into Marlon. We've both been to the tapings. We've seen it.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Amazing
it will fill the void
show
in an amazing impact. And if you miss the wins, like on a show, you're gonna get it, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
You want to close out?
I've enjoyed this entire, I've enjoyed this show since season 1. I've enjoyed my panel, all my co-hosts.
We love you.
And we love you all. And thanks for tuning in. Carmichael was a great run. And this entire cast is going to do great. And they're all going to succeed. And looking forward to what's to come from them.
Okay.
So,
that
being said,
tell people your name.
I'm Shannon Clark again. And you guys can once again find me on all things social media at I am Shannon Clark. Peace.
Hey guys, this is it for me. I am Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones. And tomorrow we're going to do a special edition of Daytime Divas. So if you do watch it, we will have some cast members and some special guests Skyping into the show. Please tune in. Please watch Marlon next week. You have to. It's going to be amazing. We so appreciate you guys. We love you. We're sorry she couldn't be here. She's in Jamaica, but we love her too. This whole panel was amazing, you guys. We just love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.